Hello, my name is John Adams, and welcome to Keysight's EMEA Channel Insights. Today I will be joined by Scott Register. Scott began his product management career dating all the way back to 1999 with companies such as Checkpoint Software and Blue Coat, now a part of Symantec. Scott joined Ixia back in 2009, a part of the product management team for Breaking Point Systems, so he has over a decade of experience in security testing within Ixia itself. Today, Scott will be speaking over the Sunburst attack. This has been most notable in the news with the SolarWinds hack or the FireEye hack. But the biggest thing to note from this attack is that the CISA had to issue an emergency directive 2101 where you will find the alerts for the indicators of compromise. And Scott will be giving us a little bit of information about this hack, some of the concerns you will have in the field, and what you need to inform your end customers with. Please, Scott, take it away.
Thank you, John, and thanks for having me. So first, let's talk about what happened. So details are still coming in, but here's what we know thus far. In a sophisticated and well-resourced campaign, which has been widely attributed to Russia, the build server of a company that sells network management software was compromised. SolarWinds, the target of the attack, was unaware of this breach for about 9 months. The attackers compromised the server in such a way that anytime a new product version was compiled, malicious code was inserted. So this was very hard to detect because the actual source code wasn't changed. Our best information is that code was modified as early as October 2019, with the first weaponized software appearing in February of 2020. So from then until the attack was identified in December of that year, about 18,000 SolarWinds customers downloaded the compromised Orion software. It seems that a much smaller number became actual victims of follow-on malware campaigns, probably because the attacker prioritized targets and simply lacked the resources to go after all of them. U.S. government agencies were among those compromised, including the U.S. Treasury and Departments of Homeland Security, State, Defense, and Commerce. Those are all impacted. And it may take months to know the full extent of government agencies and private companies that were impacted. This is in part because the backdoor implanted in the Orion software wasn't especially damaging. It just established a sort of beachhead inside the victim's network so that the attacker could download additional malware later. This beachhead leveraged a customized version of a security testing tool called Cobalt Strike Beacon. Now, the SolarWinds software ran with elevated privilege on managed systems, giving malware which leveraged it greater control over compromised systems and networks. After the initial Sunburst backdoor was implanted, the attacker was then free to push whatever malware they wanted into the victim's networks. So different companies and agencies may have been impacted in very different ways. Also, the attackers were stealthy. The initial Sunburst backdoor didn't even wake up until several weeks after it was installed, making it even more difficult to detect. The same stealth and delay tactics may still be at work inside other compromised networks. So now let's talk about the broader implications of this attack. So the SolarWinds breach was a particularly far-reaching event, but it was not the only example of an emerging threat class, supply chain attacks. Very few companies build themselves everything that they use on their networks or even in their products. So whether it's hardware modules or software components, the reality of a globally interconnected world means that companies and government agencies have vast and far-reaching chains of suppliers. One of the implications of this trend is that even if you do everything right, you can still be impacted. In this case, even FireEye, a global leader in cybersecurity with exceptional network security capabilities, fell victim to the attack. There is no perfect prevention capability which will protect you from every threat. So anomaly detection, monitoring, and comprehensive test capabilities are key to maintaining ongoing security. So now let's talk about how Keysight can help you. First, we can help you see everything on your network. Every packet, every DNS request, every transaction, it doesn't matter if it's physical or virtual or in the cloud, we make sure that you can see into every dark nook and cranny of your network to look for those anomalies. Second, we can help you test your entire security stack, including your SOC team, to make sure that they're optimized and well-trained and ready to respond. So many security teams don't even know what an attack looks like until they see it in the rearview mirror, right? They just see some random collection of log events and security messages, and they don't find out until later when they realize that they've been breached what all those messages mean. So Keysight safely simulates attacks on your network so that you can tune your firewalls and your endpoint security and your SIEMs to make sure that you're prioritizing the right events. so your SOC team can know what a real attack looks like and build well-informed playbooks so that they're ready to respond to any attack. With our threat simulator software, part of our security operations suite, you can validate your security stack against thousands of attacks, including those used in the attacks on SolarWinds customers. So please reach out to your Keysight channel team if you'd like more information, and thank you very much for your time.